Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Like the little pin badge. Gav stands with Ukraine. This is a thank you video, a shout out video, and of course it will end up being a ramble. Just wanted to thank first of all the kind people that responded to the Ukraine video I put up. Asking could we at least say something or show our support in different ways to the people of Ukraine, and a lot of people did. It seemed to snowball. It's not an easy thing to do. I said it at the time, and it took me a few days, 2 or 3 days of keep wanting to do a video, not doing a video, because let's face it, it gets looked down on in the hobby world. The hobby world is where people come to enjoy their hobby and get away from things rather than have things intrude on it. I understand that, and so did a lot of people that put those videos up. There'll still be a heck of a lot of people out there that, there will be some people that hold the view of what I call the tyrant, because I won't use his name, but a lot of people would still disagree with what we did. Just purely because they don't want the two worlds colliding. I still won't apologise for that, because I believe we all have consciences, and they will take us in different directions. You can ignore your conscience. You can put it in a little box and screw the nails down and don't worry about it. You can, and we've all done plenty of that, and me, loads of others, we've done that all through our lives. And there's times when you just, it's tapping away at you, and it's just not going to let you, it's not going to give up. And it didn't give up with me, and I made that video. So there were a lot of other people that did it, and what I'd asked was, I believe, I knew that some people would have difficulty putting their views across. I've got serious mental health problems. I suffer from, as you all know, PTSD really severely and other stuff, and my filter isn't probably as strong as yours, so it wasn't that hard for me to put my view across, but a lot of people knew they were stepping over a line, and it takes a lot to step over a line and not to retreat back. And I can't thank all of you that did that, all of you that put up a video that broke cover and did that. I just think, that took a lot of guts. People would say, oh, it's a video, what, guts really? What's happening in Ukraine? That's a damn sight worse. It is, but there are unwritten rules, and one of them is, you don't bring stuff into the hobby environment. But as I say, I don't do politics on this channel. There's loads of things you can say. Loads of other, people do sometimes have channels where they mix everything up, but not mine. I saw that little girl die in front of my eyes, and that was enough for me to speak up. So it became a I'm Spartacus moment. Spartacus, if any of you don't know, Spartacus was a slave before the Roman Caesars, when Rome was still a republic. He was a slave, a gladiator slave, who led an insurrection, and for a while was really successful, until they finally cornered him and defeated him. And in the film with Kirk Douglas, because that's true history, the Roman general rode down the valley and stops and says, which one are you, Spartacus? And Kirk Douglas is about to get up, and no, he wasn't saying I'm Kirk Douglas, he was saying I'm Spartacus. But then one of his generals, I'm Spartacus, and he goes all down this huge big valley. They pan out and you see these little shadows up on the top of the hills. I'm Spartacus. And that's what that video really ended up being. A lot of people just thought, no, we too, there's a time to stand up, and I'm not knocking those that didn't in the community. As I say, we all hold different views, and as I said before, we're free to hold different views. That's the whole idea of freedom. I stood on a wall for it, as I call it, and many other ex-service personnel around the world did, whatever country you're in. So that's what freedom's about. So I'm rambling again, aren't I? So this video is actually going to be quite short, because it's really just, I'm not going to read out a list of names. What I'm going to try and do is put a list of names in the description. I don't know if it'll allow me to do it all. If it doesn't, I'll try and do 2 videos, but with all this intro missing at the front of the second one. Just because I know that we will have had people unsubscribe from us because either they hold opposing views, let's call it that way, or they just really strongly object to that type of thing being shown in the hobby world. So what I wanted to do was do a load of shout outs. Now, there were people that, as I say, I cross loads of different genres. I'm even getting back into trying again to do my car models. I'm a bit flat. I am doing when I get the chance. I'm doing a British tank. Well, never actually existed. Paper tank. Well, the real tank existed, but the tank destroyer didn't. You'll get it when it comes on the video. The Badger, anyway. But I'm still going to do all that. But I've just felt a bit, with what's going on. To be honest with you, all I normally do is military, and I'm still painting figures, which is why there's not been a video up. I've been really hammering out. I've got a client coming down to pick commission up on Friday, and I really needed to get it finished. So that's why I haven't been doing any videos, and why this one didn't come up any sooner. But yeah, I've been feeling a bit flat on the green stuff, as I call it, at the moment. So I've been quite happy building my sports bike, which I've been doing very little of, but it has been have some progress. Now I'm free of this commission, I'm going to have a couple of days where I just want to have a good go of it and just de-stress for a while. Obviously I've got the old Tom, Mr. Rambler's 69. I've got his hot rod build coming up, which I'm doing as a tribute to that noble fella. By the way, thank you, Tom, because Tom put me in contact with a lot of car guys, not actually just put me in because they were car builders, but obviously he swims in that water, and he'd seen all these videos coming up, and we message each other on WhatsApp occasionally. He keeps blocking me, but I still get through. And he sent me a load of these videos, this guy's doing a video, so there were loads. So hopefully I did put messages on most of those that put a thing up, and I have subbed, and I'm in contact now with a few of them, as in putting comments down. But I just was wondering if you could. We're all, as I say, I paint figures. I don't really wargame anymore, but I still paint wargaming figures. In fact, I've got some at the desk at the moment. Well, they're always on the desk, but I do 1 in 35 scale figures, which is also over there. I've got another small scale mini bus to do an unboxing of as well later on at some stage. What I'm trying to say is I do loads of stuff. I could be building a tank, 1 in 35 scale tank. Now I'm building some 1 in 24 scale cars, and so I tend to mix in lots of circles. And what I'm saying is, I know there's a lot of people. If you build a car, you might not be into Gav painting a 28mm Wargames figure. Vice versa, if you do Wargames figures, you might not be interested in Gav building a sports bike. And somewhere in the middle, busts and large-scale display figures could be yours thing, it might not be. But what I'm trying to say is, all those people still came together, and most of the guys that I knew were from to be honest with you, from the modelling community, but there were obviously figure painters in there as well, and still a couple of the old wargaming figure painter bodies from years ago. I was wondering, I'm getting to the point now, stay with it. I was wondering if you would go through the description, and I'm hopefully going to put, where it says @ and then the channel name. Some of them I know from past experience, for some reason they just don't come up, and I have to go and find that person's channel and then put a normal link in. But I just thought, as so many people came together on this topic, it would be good if you could help each other with your subs. You don't have to press the bell icon, and if you're not into, let's just hold one up, almost painted. They look better when they're almost painted. You might not be into this little chap on here, 28mm American Confederate. Which state, I'm not sure yet. And I haven't got anything else to show you. But that might not be your thing, and somebody else might be painting something. But that person might have lost some subs because they were brave enough to put a video up. So if you did that also, you might have lost some subs. So how about just subbing to each other? So if you see on there, on that list, somebody that you're not subbed to, how about giving them a sub? So you don't have to press the bell icon. So if you're not interested in seeing 28mm Confederates, that's not a problem. But at least that person would have hopefully made some subs up that they might have lost because they took us a stand, if you want to call it that. So yeah, that's about it. All I'm asking, or all I'm saying again, is thank you very, very much. It was, as I say, I was going to do the video. I wasn't going to do the video over a couple of days, and then like a lot of these videos, I just click and bump, and I'll start talking, and no editing, as there isn't going to be on this one. So yeah, I thought if one person did it, it would be something. We were just showing. Well, I'm not even going to say the words what we were showing, because each person did it in their own way, did a video in their own way, said it in their own way, come at it from different angles in their own way, because we're all different. So to each and every one of you that did that, thank you. Now, I will have missed people out on the list I'm going to be putting up. It's just how it is. One, my memory ain't great with my problems. Memory goes in and out. But I'll do my best to get everybody that I know that did a video that was connected to me, my video. I know some others have seen other people's videos, and that's why they did them. And I will also put them down if I know about it. But if I haven't put your name down, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not trying to freeze you out or anything like that. If you've done a Ukraine, I stand with Ukraine type video, and Gav hasn't shouted you out, and you would like a shout out, then put your, say, Gav, I've done a video, whatever. I'll go and check it out, and if that's the case, I'll do another video if I have to. If it's just one person, or if it turns out to be I've missed 10, 15 people out, I'll do another one like this. So yeah, I'm trying to. As I say, a lot of people stuck their heads above the parapet, like the old Hun head targets. Remember them guys? We put our heads up above the parapet, and as I say, there would have been even if there wasn't a load of hate directed at somebody's channel or whatever, that there was still been a backlash, I suppose, of some description. So. Yeah, try and support each other if you can. As I say, it makes the world go round. And if anything, if anybody watched a lot of those videos like I did, you realise there's a lot more that unites us in the world than divides us. As I've always said, I can get on with people in countries that we're in direct disagreement with, which we are at the moment, let's face it, on the micro level, because whatever happens on the macro level, that's often something, as we're proving, is out of our control. But when you distill it down to a hobby environment, there's a heck of a lot more unites us than ever divides us. And when I see and hear people around the world screaming at each other, and I'm not talking about like a war in Ukraine, I'm just talking about general things that happen in my country. I see them on the news happening in your countries, and everybody's at each other's throats, and you just think, oh no, So the Ukraine video for me was different. It wasn't that's gone beyond politics. That's not politics. That's just mass murder. But on a just a normal level, this is just us lot getting along, and you make some fantastic people, even if it's only virtually. You know, they do a lot. They've done a heck of a lot for me. They've kept me in the fight, and so let's just again spread it round. If you see, please look at the description. If there's anybody on there you're not sub to, how about going over and giving them a sub? So you don't have to interact with them. You don't have to, if it's not your bag, absolutely understandable, but give them a sub, because you know, they took a conscience stand, and they weren't doing it for subs. They weren't doing it for a pat on the back or anything. But let's just be there for each other if we can. Right, ramble over with. Coming up on videos, what have we got? We've just seen some of them. I've got some 28mm Confederates I'm painting, nothing more than the joy of painting. They've taken weeks because I can only do them literally half an hour or so at the end of the night, at 1 in the morning. They're going to be, I'm looking down there, they're going to be on a little vignette. They're not being on War Games bases, they're just going to be like on a little vignette. What else have we got coming up? Finally, I'm having a couple of days off, as I say, to just not be under. I've really been thrashing those 18mm Napoleonics to try and get them all done for the client. So I'd like to get Jason's. I'm looking because he's over there. I've done his trousers. Shirt's got a few highlight layers on them. So I want to get Jason's 4th tank crewman completed this week, and then the following week do the last one, but probably do that on camera. You know, one of them. I'll do little bursts of video painting type of thing. So that's coming up. I've got a mini bust to unbox. Then I should hopefully have this week, at least some progress on the sports bike. I've been doing small bits. It's been revisiting different seam lines and stuff that I didn't know. I don't sleep very well, so I'm always tired and I miss things. It's not till you come back to me and think, how did I leave that bit of filler on there? So again, but yeah, I've done some masking and that one of the nights last week, some stage. So there's some bits and pieces going to be painted up. I'm not anywhere near getting the green on it yet, but this is mainly the black and some chrome, not chrome, but some silver and stuff to be painted on it. So there'll be an update on the bike, and there will be an update on the Badger as well. I've just got a couple of hatches and stuff to mount. What I wanted to do with the Badger was, it's a big old block. It's like a tank destroyer, you know, like a Jagdpanther. It's not a Jagdpanther type, but it's that type of shape. And I wanted to really get all there's no interior to it, so all the hatches are going to be shut, all that type of stuff. And before I start playing around with armour texture on it and that, then I'll just give a quick, here we are guys, before I start texturing it, playing around with the filler, and then getting a primer all over it, primer the wheels, of which there are a lot, and then we'll have another update on that. Is that everything, Gav? Oh, of course not. The commission, the 18mm commission of Napoleonics, Old Guard. I'll have that up Wednesday or Thursday. Client's coming on Friday, so Wednesday or Thursday we'll have a video of that. They're in the box now, all about magnetised, all the bases and everything, but I'll get them all out, do some photographs of them, and do a bit of a video. Yeah, so almost a return to normal service, getting some more videos out there. So yeah, that's it. Ramble over, and I said that about 10 minutes ago. So now let's get this heart shape right. Slava Ukraina, glory to Ukraine. And you guys are a bunch of beautiful people.